into a game, look at this game 3.
There's a reason why Puppy was in the finals 10 years ago and why he's there again.
Well, let's see what's going to happen here. We'll pass over to Slacks now. It's going to be with Owie for some words before the game.
I am here with Owie 2000. Hello, sir. Potentially one more, my friend. Potentially one more. Are you guys feeling it in the booth?
Honestly, like we had a talk, our emotions are pretty level right now. We've worked a lot on not choking on land, so hopefully, you know, Game 3 of TI Finals.
Definitely a good time not to choke. So you guys, I saw a lot of comfort picks coming out here. You know, the Snake King Mirana, the Pangolier. So is that kind of the strategy to just get those feel-good heroes, or do you think they're especially good in this draft?
I mean, we sort of early picked those heroes, so they're just sort of heroes that we think are strong and fit in versus their first couple of heroes. But we also picked Dusa because Skitter opened the Crimson Witness on stage. So I was like, it's time to pick the Dusa.
Yeah.
So
I think this might break it or make it for Dusa. She might get a nerf or a buff after this game. So which one are you hoping for?
For Dusa?
Yeah.
I feel like the hero's unpicked, unplayed, no? Like, I don't know if I've seen a Dusa this tournament, but I hope it works.
All right, well, we'll see if it works. Let's throw ahead and throw it to the casters for potentially the last game, Game 3 of the Grand Finals.
Thank you very much, Slacks. Yes, we'll see indeed. Our Tundra able to get the 3-0 sweep, or a Secret able to stop them in their tracks. First of all, though, before we get into the action, we've got some words behind the scenes from Puppy during that last draft.
They are afraid of your monkey, Remco. Feel the power. He remembers last game. But don't worry, new game.
Oh, there we go. There, Puppy trying to sort of build spirits coming into this Game 3. As they need everything here, Secret, to try and be able to turn things around against Tundra. 2 games now where there's just been a point where it seems all over. Tundra has just been all over Secret, closing up the games as they wish. Here, this Game 3, indeed, as we talked about during the draft, a bit of a different approach from both teams.
Much different.
Tundra absolutely trying something completely different there. You know, obviously, Owie mentioning that, you know, cosmetics were a bit of an influence in terms of why Skeeter's running the Medusa in this match. But regardless, you've got to imagine they still pick it because they feel that it's going to have its strengths here. Something that other teams have not been able to find in any of the games so far here, this international.
Yeah, they probably feel like it can get to the scaling point, but the laning phase could be incredibly difficult. This is a very oppressive lane that Secret does have down here. And Mirana, I mean, we've seen Snake King do fantastic work on it, but sometimes you just can't really protect these cores. There's a reason these like Medusas and Clinks have not been picked too often. Their lanes can just get completely shut down. So let's see if Skeeter and Snake King are able to do it. Right away, we're seeing those immediate tangos. 4 or 5 of them are being passed off to Skeeter. He's going to have to bring more down because of the harassment that's coming out.
Of course, one thing that's going to be feeling good for Secret, seeing already some action from it here down bottom. Zayat's getting his hands on the Marcy this game. One of the stronger heroes from the tournament.
They don't have one of those heroes that really benefits the most off of the sidekick, though. Usually you do see, like, when Tundra does try to opt for it, they have like 2 or 3 heroes they can throw this sidekick onto. Not really many on Secret, where it's like, wow, amazing sidekick. Like, sure, the damage bonus on an Ember can be decent, but Naga Siren getting sidekicked up isn't really the best. So it's going to be more of just this ganking in Marcy in particular.
And do you feel a bit more comfortable overall with Secret's approach? You know, this game, Crystallis, playing what you could only describe sort of as a more traditional carry, right? It's not this Pudge or Bristle that's going to look to be forced to get involved at an earlier time. He can look to sort of take the game a bit more on his shoulders as a harder carry as the Naga Siren in this Game 3.
Yeah, I mean, eventually, like, he should be able to, and eventually definitely take over the map, and they do have those elements to be able to push and abuse those side lanes. It's very, like 702 was saying, it's like the script has shifted completely. It almost looks like a Tundra draft on the Secret side, except for the Silencer. So could definitely see Crystallis perhaps get to that point, but let's see if he's able to with the pressure that comes out. Because Tundra, you said, super oppressive, but looks like Skeeter, he's having a little bit of a rougher one, as we've seen Snake King actually getting a lot of last hits in this lane. 6, because Skeeter's being pushed off a lot from this aggressiveness.
I mean, that's, you know, sort of something to be said there, at least Snake King making sure that not too much is getting missed from the both of them.
Yeah.
We'll see top. Puppy, just going to look to chase out Sapstra a little bit. So she'll be fine and into the trees. I mean, mid lane, this time round, having the Ember Spirit here for Nisha. I mean, what's sort of your thoughts on this hero? I mean, she picked later on in the draft. Is this a game where Ember Spirit's going to have the luxury of sort of darting around the team fights, or is there a few concerns for Nisha?
Definitely some limited disables on the side of Tundra. He could he could have a spectacular game. However, Ember at this tournament has been having some difficulties, of course, kind of committing into fights. You kind of just run out of steam at some point, it feels like, on this hero lately. So we'll see what he's going to be able to make of it. Top, Saxa
trying to trade with Puppey, but Chrysalis will step up, make sure that Saxa can't continue to stand his ground against the silencer.
Now we see the build, of course, from 33. It's Axe Max, but also just he started with the Sage's Mask straight into the Bass. He started some Mangoes. It's typical approach from Tundra and just keeping the spam on. He sees top CS.
And sort of a secret, in terms of, obviously we talked about how Tundra can deal with the mid. Secret, for Secret, how well are they going to be able to deal with 9 when he hits this point where he's coming in with those early rotations, heading to the side lane with the Rolling Thunder? Can they deal with the Pango's aggression?
He could be big problems. I think we have to watch for these globals, if he's able to catch it, like in between these rolls and stuff like that, how much Puppey's going to be able to do to catch this with the combination of Nisha. They do have burst damage to be able to just kill this Pango in some situations, so.
Well, so far in the mid, Nisha, decent bit of a lead here, 29-5 against the 21-2. Doing his best with a consistent slight spam here onto 9, keeping him low.
Both kind of doing the same thing to each other, keeping each other just at gankable levels. And it's a bit scarier, I would say, for the Pango. He actually has to go back to base because there's a Marcy. So whenever you're getting put low, you always have to expect this rotation to come in. So we do see 9 is forced back to base.
We did see Zayas, indeed, step over to that area, see if that opportunity was going to be had. Just say 9 plays it smart.
As soon as he goes missing bottom, even for a couple seconds, they do have to be very wary of it. Snaking. He's got the trade. He's got 2 in Starstorm, too.
It's true. Zayas does get too low. Dude, Snaking will look to jump in and burst through him.
Yeah, 1 or 2 more hits, and he would have probably been able to go for it.
And looking at the bottom lane, it also was a bit of a slower start in the first few waves. Looks like Skeeter's able to pretty much catch back up here to him the amount of fun Rezo's getting out of this. 26 for 7, 23 for 6, and he's got this full wave coming in against him. I think Skeeter, despite the early pressure on him, dealt very well with those first few waves, those first few lanes that they've had to match up against Secret down here.
They've been so good because of this Mirana, really. Like, Snaking's actually being able to bully and make sure that Skeeter's able to have a decent laning phase because these 2 points in Starstorm. He's able to trade with pretty much anybody. And here we see this rotation coming in.
So he used the swashbuckle.
6.
And he has indeed hit the 6, and that'll mean 9. He's more than fine. In fact, trying to use that ult to set up a bit onto Nisha, but the Remnants are the ready. Nisha himself in the 6. 9's able to roll across, pick up that arcane rune. And Snaking and Saxa heading over to help. They're jumping with the rebound. But Zayas goes down. They'll even be able to turn over towards Nisha as well. But 9 will die for that effort. Maybe feeling a bit stronger than he was there, charging forward with the backup of his 2 supports. But 9 ending up losing his life off the back of that aggressive play.
Nisha does incredible physical damage right now. The corrosion and the blades of attack finished.
There's so much damage there.
Maybe thought
3 points in slide.
Yeah, maybe thought he was going to be a little bit tankier, and immediately they rotate in Zayas, they fill up the bottle, so looking to play around Nisha as much as possible.
So yeah, Secret showing that they can bring their supports mid as well. Sure that Nisha continues to have that edge in this mid matchup. Only about a 600 gold difference, a lead here for the Ember Spirit. Nisha playing it well so far.
I mean, that tends to be in the decision there, so Secret, they're going to be like, okay, no longer can we really pressure the Deucer early game. We're just going to look to buff up this Ember Spirit so he can be the one to kind of take over the map. Since Naga's now having her own free time, they're just going to be like, all right, Rezo, you're sacked for the moment. We'll deal with this Medusa later on. Still keeping the Silencer even around the mid lane.
$33. Looks like he'll give sort of that top lane to Saxa. 33 will start to clear a bit of the stacks. Prepared here in the triangle.
Yep, he's got his helm creep finished up too, so now he can look to actually pressure the lane. Once he's got this creep, he can go back up there.
Bottom lane, making a bit of an effort onto Skeeter. Now they're starting to get pretty low here.
The arrow.
Damage resides in resolution. Snaking on target though. Holds back Rezo. Limits the ability for Secret to continue to chase down Skeeter, but we're seeing heavy pressure now from these 2, and it's going to become even more. Secret, they're bringing in Nisha to make the aggressive play down here. Skeeter immediately out of the area, does not want to mess around when these sort of rotations come out from the mid.
The earlier ward that Snaking placed for to watch the rotations of the Marcy, actually this time catches the Ember Spirit, making the rotation down. So Skeeter, we've seen him, actually last game did the same thing. Got pushed out of lane relatively early, will go to jungle, and Snaking's going to sit in the trees and sap.
And it's this timing again, really. So this 8 to 9 minute window where both games, Secret, they have been allowed to get this early tier 1 tower. So once again, I'll get some good pressure on at the moment, Snaking. Same position he with last game, sapping the XP that he can. Over in Secret's half of the map though. Saxa's got a bit of a catch on to Crystalis.
He looks dead.
Nine, he's ready to jump in with the Rolling Thunder. That's Crystalis gone. So while Secret put the pressure on down bottom, Tundra make the most of that information to catch out Crystalis alone.
It's so much pressure. As soon as the Dominator's finished up on the Beastmaster, he's shoving the lane in. They're looking to catch behind, and yeah, Saxa, he finds it. Even now going to take away some of this jungle, take away the bounty rune as well. And look at Snaking. It looks like he's potentially maybe trying to drag a wave or something. Yeah, maybe try to grab that, but unable to because he's getting chased. Does mean that they're not going to get the bottom tower on the side of Secret, and top tower is going to drop to the side of Tundra. And Snaking is just base making. Oh, unless Rezo reads him.
Nicely done there from Rezo. Zayat's able to jump in and throw Snaking back into the clutches of Resolution. They'll get themselves a kill out of that Secret.
Oh, beautiful play from Rezo.
And see Nisha. He's diving in sort of pretty deep into Tundra's half of the map. Trying to really keep Skeeter on his toes. Make sure this Medusa doesn't feel too safe to farm. Even this sort of deep area on their half.
He's not really at risk of too much. Like, they have to bring so many heroes to kind of punish this Ember Spirit, so I really like the play from Nisha. He's just keeping this Medusa low, keeping him scared, because if a +1 hero comes in, it's a free kill every time. And now, with this, potentially able to take this bottom tower point, put into Edict, so we'll be able to match that move from Tundra up top. 2-2.
10 minutes in. Similar to sort of the close start that we were getting, at least out of the game 2 of this grand finals. Secret very much having their own strengths. Overall though, see top of the board there, 33. He's making the money on this Beastmaster.
We've seen this from him a lot on his Beastmaster, especially being top net worth when it was very popular. He was playing it so much. And we'll see now if there's going to be a play from Secret to look to invade the Ancient area, because that's kind of like the Medusa specialty, is farming these Ancients. In the past, most games with Tundra, they actually don't do this for Skeeter because he's usually playing with these illusion heroes. So let's see if they are going to look to punish him.
And sort of in comparison to the drafts that we have from Tundra in Game 1 and Game 2, would you sort of consider this Game 3-1 a little bit more vulnerable in these sort of early stages? Like Secret have a bit more of a chance of shutting them down early?
Yeah, absolutely. Medusa just takes some time before she wants to show up at all. So it does feel like they can look to be playing pretty aggressive, just have to really avoid Nine in particular. I mean, he's the big playmaker. If they can kind of move away from the Pangolier.
Let's see if he seizes the opportunity to go for Saxa. Sentry down though for Saxa now. He knows that Nisha's watching him.
Tough grab though. And Nine is still, I mean, really lingering in the back line.
Still wants to maybe do something.
He's got quite the flank.
He's a bit low on the mana as well. Went up too much to throw out here. There's the opening for Nine. In with the Rolling Thunder. They'll pop the global.
The creep takes the arrow.
And he won't quite connect, and now Rezo tries to turn, but the global comes to an end. Saxa turns with a combo. Avalanche toss to take him down. Resolution falls, but
Diaz, he's fighting.
The backup of Nisha. Secret, they'll be able to take something in return.
Oh, no way.
He's out with the sword, but he goes for the TP. But Nisha will be able to dive in with the Remnant, pick up a couple, maybe more. Chains are up. He has enough mana to stop the TP from Saxa. Puppy's here as well. They'll chase out the Tiny, surround him in the trees. It's a triple kill for Nisha.
What a play. Skills up the Searing Chains after he gets the kills. Immediately has enough mana to do it too. Beautifully done.
This is exactly what Secret need to be seeing from Nisha. They have to have him just step up to the next level, something that he has done before in some of the series here during the playoffs of TI. They need Nisha to be on top form and have a chance against Tundra.
And you see why they put so much emphasis on him in the mid lane. Fill up his bottle, do everything you can to make sure Nisha has this game so he can make that space for this Naga Siren, who now, Crystalis free in the jungle, and they have a regen rune sitting bottom. So Zayat, he's camping it for Nisha so he can keep his impact on the map. All about this Ember Spirit for Secret.
Skeeter feeling confident enough to step up in the mid. Secret, they'll never jump on this. They'll get him with the opening. They've taken out his mana. The damage has been done. A risky position for Skeeter to find himself in. Secret, they don't hold back at all at making that jump. They know that that Medusa is in a completely dangerous spot, and it hurts. That's Skeeter out of the game for 20 seconds. Secret, they managed to put some pressure on the mid, and of course this is just continued gold and XP being fueled and funneled into this Ember Spirit.
Stone has the regen running, so he's full HP, full mana for this push. They can still have to fight if anyone does come in. And Tundra doesn't feel like they do want to fight here. It's dropping too fast. Big moves.
I'll have to let this one go.
And tons of space. Crystalis now able to rotate down toward bottom.
I mean, Nine, he's sort of keeping his eyes on Chrysalis, but of course in this area, out on his own. He's not able to sort of make any sort of move or aggressive play. At least not until he has the Diffusal Blade done. When that's there, he might be able to look for some solo action.
I was looking to see if we would see that build queued up also for Chrysalis, because I believe Nota was mentioning, I think it was Hector who did it actually in one of the games as Naga when he was playing, and he went with the Diffusal Blade, and it was very strong. So if he can opt to do that, if they even want to.
I think
the thing is though, do they even want to though? Because like the Medusa, maybe they don't feel like they even need it.
I mean,
how little this hero's been played.
You might sort of see the argument for just getting that Skadi
play normal
as soon as you can. Of course, Skadi's going to have incredible benefits from limiting the Medusa in these fights.
Secret this time around, really finding their footing. Now for Tundra, playing around 33 is probably the best option. Helm of Overlord is finished, so he is a big problem for Secret.
Resolution's pretty vulnerable as 33 opens up with a raw easy kill there for Tundra.
That's the big hero that they do have to watch out for. And yeah, snaking with these Moonlight Shadows, this has kind of been one of the biggest things that Tundra's been able to play around.
Yeah, you got to watch out for this Amber Spirit next fight. He's got his Maelstrom done and a DD in the bottle.
Oh boy.
You don't want to fight around this Amber unless you're guaranteed to have the lockdown. And of course, this is a point where Raw has been used. Nisha is going to be able to play with that timing in mind. Not too much that he has to threat when he turns up to these team fights.
And there's Global available too, so even if the chain stun comes out, like Saksa finds an avalanche, they can probably
feels
counter
strong,
it.
he's ready to go in chains,
There's
followed
Global.
by the Global Silence. See the runner, Snaking try and get off to the side, but the slight's there. They take down both supports.
And they might even get the help. They will.
Extra 250 gold, I believe, going the way of Resolution, so more money for him. That'll speed up the Bloodstone. It really is, you know, saw Nisha being able to step it up a bit more in game 2, but here in this game 3, his Ember Spirit so far, so good here with these early plays. And hitting sort of on towards the level 12. Once he gets that item done after the Maelstrom, we'll see what it's going to be if he feels he needs to get the BKB, play some sort of into some sort of safety for the next item. But at the same time, as we say, with sort of lack of lockdown,
He might not need it.
He can just build up that damage, continue to play aggressive.
I think he probably wants to look to play as aggressive as possible. The space for Chrysalis is amazing right now. He's just having the time of his life on this Naga Siren 2K lead. And Secret, they're still clustered together. The lanes are all in a good position for them, so they can just keep looking to fight. Even though they don't have Global, this Ember's king.
Another catch here from Nisha, he's in with a slight change, bring it off to the side, they're going to dispose back onto Saxa, but Science and Puppy just gets shredded by 33 and his Dinosaur. As
Snaking still in.
They're ready to see if they can catch more Snake. He's in with the arrow, quick turn with the slight change. Nisha's just able to take him out amongst them, but Tundra, they continue to get more. 9 rolls in, takes out Rezo, who's got his eyes over towards Nisha. It's pretty deep here. Up towards the tier 2, they'll continue to try and chase him, chains back up. Well, Nisha, he's starting to sort of dig there, a bit risky. He's going to get caught with the
Oh my
Nisha
God.
goes down. That's Tundra, they hit back hard, straight down the mid, they take out 4.
And now Secret, they're looking for the fight. They're like, we don't have Global, we don't really care. We can still look to get this, but an avalanche from the high ground, I think catches, what, 3 heroes? Axes as well from the Beastmaster, catches multiple. Tundra in position perfectly to counteract Secret.
Yeah, as we've seen time and time again from Tundra this series, they know when to go. You give them any sort of opening, and they just go straight for it. And both supports taken out, and then they know it's their time to rescind. This tier 2 starting to fall. Tundra, they're sticking around here on the aggressive against Secret. Puppy does have the Global up.
They have to try to take out this 33 Beastmaster somehow. He's doing way too much damage. Chrysalis is still getting all the space in the world, but that is a pretty devastating hit. Losing Nisha like that.
Absolutely. We're going to get to see Chrysalis have an impact this game that he just hasn't had in the series so far.
sure.
Both game 1 and game 2, he just never really got the farm, pretty much stuck at the bottom of the cause. It will be a different story this time. So Chrysalis, he'll absolutely feel a bit more powerful when those inevitable team fights occur that he has to turn up to.
That being said, also though, Skeeter has started to get ignored a little bit because of the moves Tundra's been able to counteract for Secret. He's got Manta. Now he can really push out those waves without having to show his face. He can actually survive in most situations.
That's
So,
very true. I mean, as you
Secret's
said,
hard.
on the Medusa, you're always going to have a tougher time opening up in this sort of game. And Skeeter, arguably, he's got through that tough spot.
He got through one of the tougher ones, and he's always going to have excellent Mystic Snake targets. You just throw that onto the Lesh in most situations, you get so much mana back in the fights. Secret have to be careful in these next few moments. Can't make another mistake like that. Gotta smoke up. Nisha's still having quite a bit of gold in the bank. 2,600.
See Snaking poke at the wave mid, but
Dire's
they want
top
something
tower
much bigger
is
than that.
under
They want
attack.
33's life.
This is the best kill
See
they
if they
can
can
find
blow
right
him
now.
up here with the combo. Straight in, but already 33's off the side. They find the chain.
Saksa's
Saksa
here.
to help out. Rolls back up. They turn with the roar on onto Resolution, holding back the Leshrac. He'll turn his attention over towards Saxa instead.
Here comes Peter.
They want to look to try and take this fight. 9 rolls up straight over the high ground. He's got the opening start on the Resolution. The roll continues, of course, through the song as Resolution's taken out.
They're still chasing.
And 9, he's ready to close in on Chrysalis as the song comes to an end. Illusion's back out for Chrysalis, snaking. Jumps forward for the Starstorm, trying to burst Secret down low. The curse kicks in onto 9, so no further spells available to be casted on the chase.
But now Roche.
Resolution's gone. 33 as strong as ever, steps over into the Roshan pit. They were so close to maybe catching 33 by surprise, but they couldn't quite find the initiation off the back of the rebound.
They waited.
But they're trying to poke at them here, Secret. Sort of deter Tundra from committing to the Roshan, but it's rough.
They waited a little too long, it felt like on the Global. Every spell got casted, and then Global comes out. The Roar and the Avalanche was already there to kind of let 33 get the distance. So Secret, again, they have to be careful with these mistakes. It's gonna get punished every single time. Tundra is all at the ready to look for these fights, and now with Skeeter at the ready to fight, they're gonna look for their own battle in 4 or 5.
Skeeter's ready to join in. He's got a point in the Stone Gaze as well. So ready to pop that ultimate. Stop Secret from being able to sort of take the fight head into them.
Saxa's got Blink.
He's in with a jump. He gets the toss back. They'll get the quick pick onto Puppy. Puppy gets burst through. Rebounding from Zion, so towards Saxa. The Stone Gaze has been popped here, so Secret, they can't come in for now. Ooh! Rezo's actually going to end up tanking the Raw out the back of one of the illusions. Rezo's going to attempt to run down Tundra with this in mind, but off to the back lines. 9 straight in on top of Zion's, controlling the Marcy. Good bounces here off the cliffs. Leaving Zion's no option to escape. 9 takes him out pretty much solo. Jumps over the swashbuckle. Stun will connect though. 9. He's falling low. Nisha has the damage. They take down 9.
Can they chase for more?
They've got the curse on the 33. Rezo pops the Bloodstone, getting that mana back up. He's ready to chase. He's closing the ammo to the Beast Master. It's going to be another for Secret. Triple kill
Big
for
kills.
Nisha. Only Skeeter and Saxa left here for Tundra. Saxa, he still wants to fight. Jumps in with the top. The Avalanche onto the 3 of them. They're taking out Resolution. There's going to be a buyback from Zayas. Secret, they're putting everything into holding this fight, keeping Chrysalis safe. Nisha,
the dragon.
He's so low on mana. He hasn't really got much push off. He's short trapped up on the high ground. He's got one more slide of
He's
finish.
burning.
But Skeeter,
He's burning.
On the burn for the dragon. 33. Kills him off. Skeeter will surely die here. Can they really get him out? Oh, but they're going to get him out.
Is he really going to get away?
They can't close the gap. Skeeter's going to live.
God.
He's going to live.
Oh, Nisha gets stuck in that little spot on
And
the
look
ledge.
at the dragon, the bird. He feels it there.
And the whole fight, too. A fight that lasts, I mean, what feels like almost 2 minutes. The Hawk is scouting everything in all these situations, too. Tundra, amazing at the way that they can reset from these fights. But Secret, they do get some big kills.
Yeah, more. No, sure. Nisha dying at the end of it. I mean, look at his. He's 10-2-2. He's still doing everything he can here to hold on to this game against Tundra. But in these fights, Tundra's still able to take to sort of the next level once again in this game 3.
I mean, look at the start, too. The arrow does connect on the noggin. They're almost able to get the Roar, but 33 unable to get it. It's the start there. Crazy chases.
I mean, Skeeter being able to walk away as he did. It's definitely going to feel frustrating there for Secret.
I mean, the way that they're able just to reset, the constant reset and jump forward, the way they play around these cooldowns. Saxa, how many avalanche toss combos was he able to get in this one? How many axes did you see thrown out?
We'll see Skeeter about 2,300 gold away from the Skadi. If they couldn't kill him easily enough then, once he's got his next item done, he's going to be such a huge terror in these team fights.
Chrysalis too, though, still getting big. The Orchid is finished, so he also has a level of control, perhaps,
Tundra
to catch this Pango.
They're ready to make the move. They know Roshan's up. They don't want to head straight into the pit. They want to try and get a pick off first. Secret relatively prepared, though. The 4th and group top. Rezo the one to be... That's very true. I mean, as you said, on the Medusa, you're always going to have a tougher time opening up in this sort of game. And Skeeter, arguably, he's got through that tough spot.
He got through one of the tougher ones, and he's always going to have excellent Mystic Snake targets. You just throw that onto the Lesh in most situations, you get so much mana back in the fights. Secret have to be careful in these next few moments. Can't make another mistake like that. Gotta smoke up. Nisha's still having quite a bit of gold in the bank. 2,600.
See Snaking poke at the wave mid, but they want something much bigger than that. They want 33's life.
This is the best kill they can find.
See if they can blow him up here with the combo. Straight in, but already 33's off the side. They find the chain.
Saxa's here.
Help out. Rolls back up. They turn with the Raw onto Resolution, holding back the Leshrac. He'll turn his attention over towards Saxa instead.
Here comes Peter.
They want to look to try and take this fight. 9 rolls up straight over the high ground. He's got the opening start on the Resolution. The roll continues, of course, through the song as Resolution's taken out.
They're still chasing.
9, he's ready to close in on Chrysalis as the song comes to an end. Illusion's back out for Chrysalis, snaking, jumps over the Starstorm, trying to burst Secret down low. The curse kicks in onto 9, so no further spells available to be casted on the chase.
But now Roche.
Resolution's gone, 33 as strong as ever, steps over into the Roshan pit. They were so close to maybe catching 33 by surprise, but they couldn't quite find the initiation off the back of the rebound.
They waited.
But they're trying to poke at them here, Secret. Sort of deter Tundra from committing to the Roshan, but it's rough.
They waited a little too long, it felt like on the Global. Every spell got casted, and then Global comes out. The Roar and the Avalanche was already there to kind of let 33 get the distance. So Secret, again, they have to be careful with these mistakes. It's gonna get punished every single time. Tundra is all at the ready to look for these fights, and now, with Skeeter at the ready to fight, they're gonna look for their own battle with 4 and 5.
Skeeter's ready to join, and he's got a point in the Stone Gaze as well. So ready to pop that ultimate. Stop Secret from being able to sort of take the fight head into them.
Sox has got Blink.
He's in with a jump. He gets the toss back. They'll get the quick pick onto Puppey. Puppey gets burst through. Rebounding from Zion, so towards Saxa. The Stone Gaze has been popped here, so Secret, they can't commit it for now. Ooh! That's actually going to end up tanking the Roar out the back of one of the Illusions. Rezo's going to attempt to run down Tundra with this in mind, but off to the back lines, 9. Straight in, on top of Zion's, controlling the Marcy. Good bounces here off the cliffs. Leaving Zion's no option to escape. 9 takes him out pretty much solo. Jumps over the swashbuckle. Stun will connect though. 9. He's falling low. Nisha has the damage. They take down 9.
Can they chase for more?
They've got the curse on the 33. Rezo pops the Bloodstone, getting that mana back up. He's ready to chase. He's closing the apple to the Beast Master. It's going to be another for Secret. Triple kill for Nisha. Only Skeeter and Saxa left here for Tundra. Saxa, he still wants to fight. Jumps in with the toss. The Avalanche onto the 3 of them. They're taking out Resolution. There's going to be a buyback from Zayas. Secret, they're putting everything into holding this fight. Keeping Chrysalis safe. Nisha,
the dragon.
He's so low on mana. He hasn't really got much push off. He's sort of trapped up on the high ground. He's got one more slide of
He's burning.
But Skeeter,
He's burning.
off the burn for the Dragon. 33. Kills him off. Skeeter will surely die here. Can they really get him out? Oh, but they're going to get him out.
Is he really going to get away?
They can't close the gap. Skeeter's going to live.
God.
He's going to live.
Oh, Nisha, he gets stuck in that little spot on the ledge.
The Dragon, the burn, he feels it there.
And the whole fight, too. A fight that lasts, I mean, what feels like almost 2 minutes. The Hawk is scouting everything in all these situations, too. Tundra, amazing at the way that they can reset from these fights. But Secret, they do get some big kills.
I mean, yeah, more. No, sure. Nisha dying at the end of it. I mean, look at his case, 10-2-2. He's still doing everything he can here to hold on to this game against Tundra. But in these fights, Tundra's still able to take to sort of the next level once again in this game 3.
I mean, look at the start, too. The arrow does connect on the Naga. They're almost able to get the Roar, but 33 unable to get it. It's the start there. I mean, crazy chases.
I mean, Skeeter being able to walk away as he did. Definitely going to feel frustrating there for Secret.
I mean, the way that they're able to just the reset, the constant reset and jump forward, the way they play around these cooldowns. Saxa, how many avalanche toss combos was he able to get in this one? How many axes did you see thrown out?
We'll see Skeeter about 2,300 gold away from the Skadi. If they couldn't kill him easily enough then, once he's got his next item done, he's going to be such a huge terror in these team fights.
Chrysalis too, though, still getting big. The Orchid is finished, so he also has a level of control, perhaps,
Tundra
to catch this Pango.
They're ready to make the move. They know Roshan's up. They don't want to head straight into the pit. They want to try and get a pick off first. Secret relatively prepared, though. The 4th and grouped up. Rezo, the one to be pushing out alone. TP on cooldown for 9 seconds. We'll see if he's able to get out of this area of the map in time.
They always have the Hawk scouting out, trying to get information. If they get the initiation onto one of the big heroes of Secret, it's going to be a really tough comeback. Even though they have Global, one of those heroes will probably die instantly if Tundra does get that jump.
I mean, we see sort of from Secret as well. They, Skeeter pushing out the mid lane as kind of aggressively as he was over on Secret's half of the map. Secret, I suspect that something's up.
It's
They're sticking together, and now, sort of keeping the timing in mind, knowing that the smoke from Tundra's probably come to an end. They might try and sneak a Roshan off the back of their own smoke, though, rather than look for a kill. They're straight into the pit. 33 shows bottom. They know that they've got a bit of space to go for this. The question is, can they do it fast enough?
It looks like they do with the Unleash. It's about to drop down. Tundra do have the split push coming on, but yeah, this Roshan's gone.
That's a big move from Secret. A smart timing there with the smoke.
Now Rezo probably feels a lot safer. He can charge in, almost BKB done. He's going to be able to commit into those backlines easier. Secret find themselves a pretty big window here.
See what sort of the play is to be here from Tundra. A bit of a different position to what they've been in before in the first 2 games. Secret having this first Aegis on Resolution. Who for the most part very much has been the core that Tundra have struggled the least with taking down. Now he's got that Aegis, Tundra, they're going to have to think twice about how they go about these team fights. They're still going to try for it, though. They're in with the
Puppy showed his face.
Shadow 9. They burst onto Puppy.
What's that?
Caught out the Panga, but on the side, Zayat's been caught by the Raw. 33 commits straight down, takes out Zayat, but Nisha's in. That's 9 out of the fight, and Nisha, Crystalis, they're in for more. Diving over towards Saxa with the Remnant. Saxa tried to toss it back, but with the axe, Nisha, he's still got Remnants to play with. Closes the gap. 2 more kills for the Ember Spirit. Nisha now up to 12 kills here, 24 minutes in.
They get the initiation onto the 2 supports, but Nisha, Secret, they're all there at the ready. Yeah, this Aghanims saved the gold, got those big kills earlier, finished it up, another 3,000 gold for him too.
I mean, he's getting to play exactly the game as you sort of expect him to be able to in this sort of draft.
Limited
he's
control.
Playing it perfectly, nearly hitting level 18. He's got 3k gold in the gap in the bank, ready towards his next item.
And Crystalis is
He's
starting.
A problem.
Crystalis is starting to get toward critical mass as well. Heart almost finished up. So, will it catch him? Another 3,000 gold for him too.
I mean, he's getting to play exactly the game as you sort of expect him to be able to in this sort of draft.
Limited
he's
control.
Playing it perfectly, nearly hitting level 18. He's got 3k gold in the gap in the bank, ready towards his next item.
And Crystalis is
He's
starting.
A problem.
Crystalis is starting to get toward critical mass as well. Heart almost finished up. So, will it catch him?
Next item.
And Crystalis is
He's
starting.
A problem.
Crystalis is starting to get toward critical mass as well. Heart almost finished up. So, will it catch him? The roar.
They've got the roar.
Do they have enough?
And it's the Hawks crashing down onto him. It's a little bit more, but not enough. Nisha still able to get away. I mean, lucky enough for him, 33 hadn't quite picked up the Hex. Next time around, the Hex, it will be there. 33's got it done.
But they just, in this fight, they just get the perfect wrap run. They stick on Chris, and nobody helps. He gets a global to kind of cover him, but nobody else is able to actually get him into a better position.
I mean,
they full focus him.
It very much was a case of just biting off a bit more than they could chew. You see, sort of the plan here from Nisha, he wants to jump to the back lines, try and look for the easier kills, and then off to the side, sort of this heavy attempt from Secret to sort of commit it and try and help out Reza, get this kill on Saxa. All this sort of split focus means that Crystalis, he's got no help at all.
No help whatsoever. And they do have enough damage. If they're able to stick on him like that, they will always have enough damage to deal with this Naga Siren. Tundra now 4k lead. Right after we're saying that perhaps they could have some struggle, they find a beautiful angle, and now you said the Hex is also finished up for 33. So for Nisha, he's actually got a much harder game in front of him.
He's got to be careful. I mean, he's got a little bit of protection, of course, with the status resist of the Kaya stand. She's trying to get the Linkers off next. In the mid, they get the toss back into the arrow, into the Hex. They lock him down. Nisha's gone.
Oh boy.
They
instant
have
smoke.
The power to deal with him right now.
They're feeling themselves. Instant smoke. The roar is still available. They want more. 70 seconds. He just spent the gold.
I mean, Secret, they definitely are going to be feeling it after the outcome of that last fight. They know that Tundra's got this lead against them, and there's got to be sort of that really concerning feeling just sort of deep in their gut. When you get behind Tundra, you struggle immensely to get a hold back at the game. It's something that teams throughout the entire TI have struggled to do. Trying to turn around against a lead at this point, against this squad. Only very few have even come close to being able to do so. Secret, they've got to do something miraculous to hold on to this game.
It's a huge death, too. Such a long time. The Ember Spirit off the map. You can see Secret's kind of stuck in their base. Crystalis is really being, pretty aggressive being down here. He can even get caught pretty easily if there's just like a Hawk scouting him. So he's really pushing the limit of his hero down here. And Roche, it's going to get scouted instantly. It's going to spawn, and they'll have a small window to actually go for it.
I don't know if Secret's going to want to do anything about this whilst they don't have Nisha.
It's going to die so fast as well.
It really will.
With 9, all that minus armor.
And Secret, out of all the heroes, Ember Spirit may be one of the ones that could have gone for some sort of aggressive dive in to try and look for a steal.
It dies too fast.
It's so hard to do. Of course, Outpost under Tundra's control, so no real easy way for Nisha to get over here in time. Roshan gets taken, Aegis into the hands of Skeeter, and Secret, they may have come too close to the pit already. They jump on the Puppy, they rock the Eondis. 9, in with the Rolling Thunder, locking Puppy down across the stairs. Puppy falls, and Zayat, he's got to run. I hope he'll miss there, protecting from that first instance of the Skadi attack. And Zayat, he's still got no chance of running.
Oh, Rezo!
He's able to close on Rezo, gets the toss back. They take the Roche, they take the Aegis, they take 3 more kills from Secret.
It's the way that, they're fighting the Roche, right? They're killing it. They're like, oh, we got this. So they Moonlight Shadow, run out, and go for catch while they're doing the Roshan. Tundra just on another level every single time. The way they take every single approach, every single fight.
Yeah, Secret starting to crumble a little bit once more. They've got to pull themselves together.
But how now? Skitter, he's the one full critical mass. The Mjolnir's done. He's got Shard.
I mean, at the least, a Chrysalis on the Naga side, if you continue to do this, keep some of these lanes, split push out, cut the creep waves, limit the areas that Tundra's able to push in on, but already this top lane, it's hitting the tier 3s. Tundra, they're gonna look to try and push on a high ground here.
And the big issue really for Chrysalis is when is he gonna be able to feel strong enough to get into a fight himself and do what Nisha's doing? He's 1, 3, and 2 on this Naga.
He's trying to get the axe here to sort of have that extra setup, but
will it be enough? Is it going to give him damage to actually walk into these fights? It doesn't feel like in Tundra. They've covered all their bases.
And they're so strong now around this push. 3 minutes still on the Aegis. So much time to play with, where they can look to take so much from Secret.
Rax, it's just dropping for free. Nobody wants to step up. They're scared of getting tossed. He's got the axe.
Jackson! He's in with the combo. They catch Science out of the side. The arrow connects as well. Swashbuckle won't quite clip him. Neither will the axes, but 9 in with the Rolling Thunder. Finishes off Science. Over towards Chrysalis now. The global silence holding back Tundra's aggression for now.
But they're not able to make anything of that global.
Secret will keep their distance throughout the remainder of this Rolling Thunder from 9. 30 seconds without their Zayas Marcy.
Another toss.
Saxa. The setup down to Chrysalis. The full-on Hex as well. He's been locked out. They've got to get Chrysalis back to safety. He's walking back to the fountain. They'll be able to allow Chrysalis to reset, but the damage is done. The racks have been taken out. Rezo, he tries to come in, but he gets too close. Rolls up. Rezo's out for 70. No buyback for the Leshrac.
They can't kill anybody during the global. They're just on full retreat. Secret starting to look impossible.
It just doesn't stop it from Tundra. Once they've got a hold on the game, it's just this immensely tight grip. You cannot stop them. 12K lead.
All it takes is one fight, really, from Tundra. We saw 28 minutes, right? Things were kind of even, and then kaboom. They find absolutely everything they needed. And now Secret, they're pretty trapped. They've got the Lincolns now for Anisha, but as we said, where's the damage going to be coming from? Everyone on Tundra's feeling a bit too tanky with all these new items coming out.
And just, you know, as always, you got to really point back to sort of how impressive it is for Tundra to do with this last pick Medusa, something that no one else was doing, something that was, by the sounds of it from Al, he sort of picked on a bit of a whim. Skeeter, he got the new Crimson Witness for it. He wanted to play it. It's looking pretty darn fantastic. It's up there at the top.
And they see Nisha.
And they get that opening.
They got the chain stun.
The global's going to be bought. Can he get him out in time? They can't. The lockdown's there.
He spent his gold on the Lincolns.
Oh, he's out for 80, and Zayats also found. Secret, they are crumbling, falling apart once again in this game 3. Tundra, they just know how to break you.
And they just know how to play with this vision, right? The Hawk, this time around, it always seems to be scouting.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
I believe they also now, that was the gem that they just picked up, gave to Nisha, and he didn't last with it for very long. Now it's on the Beastmaster. A full refresher, also, this Beastmaster, 33, a menace this game, 12, 1, and 16.
Oh my goodness. I mean, there's so much pressure on
at
Chrysalis right now to just try and keep this game going. Resolution as well, they're doing everything in their power here. Secret to just cut these waves, push them back out. Good call there with the BKB TP out. That BKB didn't come. Resolution was dead for sure. He gets himself back to base. Secret, they're trying the best to prolong the game, buy time for Nisha to get back in, and that will certainly be the case. He'll be back up in 30. So Secret, at the least, despite this incredible lead that Tundra's starting to grow against them, they were able to hold them off, give themselves another chance. But each and every time, that chance becomes slimmer and slimmer.
I mean, the Rapier is queued up for Nisha. He's really starting to feel it. And, I mean, Chrysalis, he's got the Bloodthorn queued up. Perhaps this could be some solution to be able to focus fire some targets, but
he's got
Tundra,
a lot of money towards it.
He does. Tundra just, they're just playing so well off each other, protecting each other with Lotus Orbs, Force Stabs, etc. They have so many, 9 snaking both with those Lotus Orbs. So even if someone does get focus fired either from a net or from that Bloodthorn, they'll have ways to bail them out, as we've seen them do time and time again. And now their base, right? The base is just being shoved in constantly. Tundra always going to be able to shove those lanes in.
There's so much damage. With the Bloodthorn, the aggressive, you know, the offensive items, the defensive items, the Lotus ready to bail Skeeter out of any dangerous spots. They have everything to just sort of empower this Medusa, allow Skeeter to just enter the front of the fight. And it will be so tough for Secret to take Skeeter down at this stage.
And they're even starting to get, you know, these tier 4 neutral items, so Global starts to get addressed as well. All these dispels, Tundra continue to stay as a unit. Secret continue to be trapped.
Puppy. Gonna try and come out, maybe get a bit of vision, a bit of information, and to take the outpost back, or at least tease with the idea.
Risky.
Shadows take us.
Still with the smoke.
Oh, do they
Dire's
see it?
bottom tower
Someone pings.
is under
I mean,
attack.
They want the bigger target.
they've got themselves on top of Nisha.
Uh-oh. Jumps left. They're pinging it.
I mean, his TP's on cooldown. That was put to a stop there by the jumper Saxon, so he has to make his way back to the base
It's a
with a few
global.
remnants, but of course he's still got many to play with that Aghanim, so he'll be fine. Secret able to get everyone back to the base, but indeed Global's down. Maybe a bit of an opportunity for Tundra to once again try and take this game to the next step, look to push down for another set of barracks. We'll see how much they want to force it.
I think they're kind of on chill mode until Skeeter hits 25. If someone walks into them, they can look for the fight, but Skeeter, it unlocks a whole new potential of the hero when you hit 25 on this Dusa, especially versus this Naga.
I mean, it's true, and sort of the big thing that's standing out as well is just sort of the levels. You know, Tundra, they're able to get so much XP from the map in these kills. Skeeter just about to hit level 25.
Yep.
Meanwhile, for Chrysalis, of course, all of his farms pretty much done by the illusions, split pushing out the map, still stuck on level 19. Still a ways to go before he's really going to be feeling in a position to be able to stand his ground against the cause of Tundra in the team fight.
And a ways to go, really. Zayats, you know, he was getting close to BKB, what, 12 minutes ago or something? He still doesn't even have it done, so the scaling for them has completely stagnated. While for Tundra, it feels like all of them are scaling more and more with these small little items to protect each other.
Not really sort of any easy target that, even with the BKB on Zayats, that he can sort of just commit in on with the Unleash.
No.
They've got ways to kite him out. Zax has got the items, Blinks, Forces, Yules.
And multiple ways to get that dispel, as we see. Witchbane's done, or Witchbane's picked up from the Medusa, and they did, I believe, have the Stormcraft on the Tiny, so yeah, ways to just reset away constantly, which has been kind of the bread and butter for Tundra. Resetting, retaking fights over and over again. And 25 now. Medusa, Skeeter, he's got the talent. So they're ready for their fights if anything comes to them. Playing it safe probably though. Final game perhaps for them. Playing around this Roshan timer, it's soon to spawn.
That's it, exactly. They can taste that victory.
Yep.
They know how close they are to claiming that Aegis of Champions. Every single time we see Tundra take the safest route out. They do not let these leads slip away. And they're going to do everything to make sure that nothing changes from that in this all-important Game 3.
It's got to be frustrating for Secret at this point, knowing that they can't make any move outside, but at the same time also, if they give up the Roshan, they probably just know that there's no way for them to bring down this Medusa twice.
So the big item pickups that they are going to require is Chrysalis getting his next item done. It's going to be opted for the Nullifier after
Okay.
Bloodthorn, so some further aggressive sort of setup that they can play with.
Hard for him still just committing into these fights at this point. Tundra just has so much to deal with him.
Radiant
Went out with a
are
smoke. They try to get in there with the jump on a 33, see if they can take down this
Big
big
one.
spot before we get the roar. They're on top of the 33, they're getting the BKB on 30.
He's alive.
They turn Skeeter. It's too much damage from the Medusa. Nisha jumps in, will be able to finish on 33 in return. And we'll see the buyback coming straight away from Resolution 9. He's got him pretty deep here to try and chase down Puppy. Still with a bit of time there for the Rolling Thunder overwatch. Resolution did buy back for this. He's able to sidestep the arrow in time. 9 out with the swashbuckle. Secret, they'll look to chase, but the
They
pinch
have
there
to.
before the slide fist connects. He's out to safety 9. Now I want to get back in. Saxa in with the toss go on the side. This is one with lockdown. Nisha,
Oh
Nisha
my God.
out for 100. As Tundra, they'll chase him down. Rezo gone without buyback. It's only Puppy and Chrysalis.
And the arrow.
The arrow's there. Tundra catch him out. They're ready to run down mid. There's a lack of buybacks on Secret.
Secret felt the need. They had to chase to try to get more of the Beastmasters dead, but they get hit
There's
with an
no
onslaught.
buyback. No buyback on Resolution. And Nisha, he's 200 gold short. It's Tundra.
They're going to try to get some wrap
They're
around
going
the
to
Tundra.
some sort of surprise, but it's 2 against 4.
Dire's middle barracks.
As this push is not stopping.
Tier 4's dropping.
They've got a
Secret.
fortification, but still such a long time without Resolution, without Nisha, a full minute.
And the creeps are coming in top. They can't even cut the waves.
As the tier 4s, Tundra, they're pushing on. Secret, they've got to make their move now. It's going to be now or never if they want to try and stop Tundra.
They got to just run in.
And they've got to do something. The ancient
Ancient's
is
dropping.
Tundra, they're looking to end his sides, jumps in, but immediately to his death. Chrysalis has got the illusions out, but he's surrounded. Taken out. The ancient is exposed. They're looking for the game. Tundra, they're on the ancient. There'll be a buyback from Chrysalis, but surely there's nothing.
He's just getting control.
Nothing to be done here from Secret as Tundra. They're closing it up. The ancient in full.
Oh my God.
Tundra have done it. The 3-0 clean sweep today against Team Secret here in the grand final.
storyline. Undefeated. Tundra, unbelievable.
And the way they did it, it truly feels like both this team, they've cracked the code, they've solved Dota.
They broke
Their
it.
approach every single time, they're unstoppable.
Even when they get their heroes taken away, they always have some type of substitution. Every single player piggybacking off each
Look
other.
at them go.
Unbelievable. Snaking.
Skeeter,
26 teams in 10 years, and he finally claims it.
Tundra, ladies and gentlemen, they got TI 11 champions.
Esports for the international.
Incredible moments here. As you said, a team that's worked so hard throughout the year. They've had their highs, they've had their lows, but they come in at their best when it matters the most here at the international vault.
Last year, they weren't able to make it this year. They proved everybody, they proved to everyone how good they truly are.
It's incredible play across the board. Some of these players, you've seen them time and time again over the years, as you said, through different teams. I mean, a lot of them individually, the other pros, they've always known that these players, they've had it in them. They've had it in them to get this far, and not only get this far, but to completely crush their opponents in this grand final. Secret, they got closer and closer from game 1 to game 3, but it was never close enough. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up one more time.